Hey guys, it's Ruby and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now you guys might be a little bit excited and that is because we are back with another competition vlog. Now it is currently Tuesday and today we are heading up north, which is quite a long way away, to Myerscough, as tomorrow we are competing in the Regional Championship on Gills. We have got the PSG Gold class and we're very excited. So she's just had a bath, got her Fermi on, we're going to put her boots on and then get going for our long trek. So I thought I'd give you guys a little insight into how we travel our horses. So we like to wear overreach boots on the front. Here we have some soft Lemure overreach boots, which fit really, really well. And then we wear long traveling boots, also from Lemure, just to protect them. But these are the long ones, so it just protects the whole leg. So if they kind of bang around a bit naturally on their travels, it works really, really well. And they're the same from behind as well. Again, nice and long, which definitely fills up Jill's legs very well, as she's only short. So we are just loading Jill's up now onto the lorry. Now, you might be thinking, why is our partition so wide? And we've actually found with Jill, come on sweetie, that she travels better in a wide partition, because otherwise she kind of wants to lean on the lorry, though she feels actually more supported with a wide partition, as she can spread out a little bit. So in our lorry, we're really lucky that actually with Theo, the partitions are super easy to move, as you can slide them across. So you'll see now, while we're closing it, that we can close the partition really wide. So Jill has extra space for this really long travel, and she also feels more comfortable, which for us is our priority. This is my favourite trick to do with the ramp because it's so light, you can literally flick it up. Right, I am the one driving, and I think you all know if you've been watching my YouTube channel that I do not like driving 3.5 ton lorry. That was probably the worst thing about me turning 17 because it terrifies me. I feel like I've entered adulthood and I've now got responsibility, and the responsibility of driving my mum's old lorry, which is literally her baby, terrifies me. But we've survived so far, and the motto is slow and steady wins the race. So this is probably going to make the journey even longer. I'm very sorry to my mum who's behind the camera. Okay, so we have actually made quite good time to Myerscough. It's about 3:30-ish, 3:45. And basically, I'm just going to get Jill's off and give her a little hand walk because our stable isn't quite ready yet. It's going to be about 15 minutes. But we're not here to complain because we got an indoor stable. Hey, Nut. Good girl. Oh, we're up north, Chelsea. So as you can see, we lucked out with our indoor stable and Jill's is all settled. I think we went a bit overboard with the shavings, but Jill's does like to lie down. So hopefully a nice comfy bed for a queen. She'll sleep like a queen. So yeah, no, Jill's she's the perfect horse to take away because she's very good at eating and drinking. We've got an electric drinker. She's got a bucket of water. She's got a hay net. And she's almost a funny horse because she's only done a limited amount of stairway, so it shows sometimes she can get a little bit nervous. We're lucky she's got a friend next door showing she's the queen. But yeah, no, when she gets stressed, she actually tends to eat more hay and drink more water, which is definitely not a bad thing. I don't know how I got so lucky with a horse who does that more when they get a little bit stressy. So looking towards this evening, we're not actually allowed to ride in the warm-up because the competition is running today as well. But because I gave her quite a good ride this morning, I'm just going to give her a hand walk outside, and Myerscough have outdone themselves because they've got a new Andrews Bowen arena to hand walk in. So definitely very fancy for us to give it a try. And then tomorrow we found out that it's actually 3 arena walks, and Jill's can sometimes be a little bit spooky inside if it's quite close. Which I don't really blame her. So yeah, we might end up doing all 3 arena walks. We will see how it goes, because the more the better, just to get her relaxed. And what's really good about this stable is it's actually near, there's a lot going on. You know, the indoor arena is right behind us, the warm-up. There's a bit of clattering around, there's a bit of banging, so she can kind of get desensitized to the noise, which for her is a big thing. So it's actually a really good experience to be around. But yeah, no, she's going to keep on munching. We're going to watch a bit of the competition. And yeah, all I can say, she's just a bit like me. She's a bit of a stress eater, so we don't really blame her. So as usual, we've done a bit of a Hughes organisation, and the back of our 3.5 tonne, we've turned into a little bit of a storage section, I guess you could say. But anyways, I'm going to do Jills's feed. So very lucky, shout out to Jess, because she did this earlier before we left. But when we go away, what we do is we like to put the feeds in separate bags to kind of like, or label it. So this is her PM, she's got her lates and she's got her AM. So the feed is all ready to go. It's got its supplements in. And literally all you need to do is add some water. It's literally as easy as that. And then because Jules is a princess, she gets carrots. She usually has this actually for stretching after she's ridden, but I don't think she'll mind having some for dinner, and I like to treat her. And it's actually a little bit chilly, so I think I'm going to put her in a 200-gram rug, because she can be a little bit of a warm horse, Jills, but then it's trying to get the hard in between, like it's cold because we're up north, but then also she's a bit of a warm horse, so we will see. But anyways, we're going to do her PM, and then we're going to go get some food ourselves because we're actually starving, and then we're going to come back and do lates. So yeah, so we are back at the hotel, the trusty Premier Inns that we love to stay in while we're at our shows, and I have had a shower. I'm freshened up. We did lates with Jill's, so she's had her lates feed, rugs put on and everything. And yeah, so we're in the hotel room. It's actually quite funny. We bring our trusty Aviar saddle into the hotel room with us because we do not want it to get nicked. So there we go, that sleeps with us. So yeah, we're going to get a nice early night. I'm actually going to watch a little bit of Bridgerton because that is my favourite thing at the minute, for preparation for tomorrow really, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Morning, it is 7 AM and we are back in our little storage room getting Jills's breakfast ready. We have got about 40 minutes until the arena walk, which is a nice time for Jills to have some breakfast, and then a little chill before we start getting attacked up. And then we will head down to the first arena walk of the morning, just so she can, you know, the arena walk consists of kind of just walking around the arena, around the outside, so she can kind of get familiarised with everything that she's going to see later, all the flowers and all the good stuff like that. Good girl. Oh, you're still nice and toasty. That's, oh, look at her, she's finished her henna and her dinner. Right, let me add some water to this, darling. Make it nice and sloppy. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Look at that. Good soup. Oh, I'm sorry, did I interrupt you? Here we go. She's gonna only have about half of her breakfast now, just so she has time to let it settle in her stomach for the arena walk, and then she can go for seconds, have the other half of her breakfast afterwards. But you know, we're literally just gonna muck her out, give her fresh henna, water. I mean, she does have an electric drinker, but it's also nice. I think she also enjoys just having a fresh bucket because she's a girl. She wants everything in life. And yeah, take her bandages off and everything. Good girl. So Jill's is all booted up now, ready for the arena walk. I tend to just do the arena walk in the snaffle, even though I compete her in a double. I just prefer that. Jill's is obsessed with her new friend now. Like to put the thick ears on. That's just my preference, really. Not that Jill's necessarily needs them. I've ridden, you know, at big places like Olympia with thin ears. I rode at Blenheim with no ears. So it's just kind of a preference of mine. And then we've got the quarter sheet on her because it is absolutely freezing. I know, sweetie. The hardest thing about putting ears on is actually trying to make sure they stay on the ears until the bridle goes on, because Jill's ears are so pricked. Come here. Good girl. And again, we also prefer to ride Jill's in a grackle noseband. Again, it's kind of just a preference thing, really. But I definitely think we look like a little bit of an eventer going around. But is that a bad thing? I don't mind people thinking I've gone round badminton and stuff, and I think she looks very smart. Very smart. What a good girl. Good girl. Jill's is a very, very good girl, and I'm super happy with how she relaxed in the arena. So she's going to finish her breakfast, and we're going to go have ours back at the hotel, because I am absolutely starving, and she can have a little chill before we start platting up later, really. I'm just platting up Jill's now, and she is genuinely actually one of the easiest horses to plait at a show, because she just stands, and it's literally amazing. She's like a shadow, and I think you all know when it comes to platting horse, there is nothing better than a horse that literally just stands. But yeah, we're getting ready nice and early, because we always think there's nothing better than to have a lot of time. I actually just quite enjoy just spending a nice long time plaiting, actually. It's not fun to do when you're in a rush, so yeah. So, you know, prep for Jill's, we're about to get on. I'm really lucky that, you know, my mum started giving her a little bit of a brush and getting everything kind of sorted, because my favourite thing to do before I get on is actually to listen to a bit of music in the lorry where it's a little bit quieter. I have like a competition playlist on Spotify that I listen to in my AirPods. So I really, really enjoy doing that, just a bit of quiet time to keep thinking about my test, and then looking towards doing today's test. I think at Bellevue High Profile, the competition before this, our trot work was mega. What pirouettes probably needed a bit of work on, so today I would like to, you know, get them as good as training. The canter's the biggest thing, you know, if I could really have a go at doing well today. You know, the pirouettes and the flying changes we've been working so hard on in training, so I'd love to see some improvements in that, you know. That would be really great. But yeah, I just want to have a nice clean round with Jill's. Very much a confidence giving round, especially since it's the start of the season as well. So yeah, we're about to get the bridle on and get sorted.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with
Okay, so I have finished my test. Jill's is on the lorry because we're in a bit of a rush to get back home because obviously we've got a very, very long drive ahead of us. So it was one of those funny tests. The easy parts were actually incredibly difficult. Jill's was a little bit impressed by the arena. I think there was flowers up high, these really extravagant flowers which she did not care about at all. Then there was these little pots of flowers on the floor, and those to her were terrifying, which is fair enough. And definitely the arena looks different inside to what it is outside in the arena walk, which sometimes can be a little bit difficult. So yeah, Jules is a little bit impressed by that. But the canter work was so much better. I was really, really happy. Our changes had loads of jump and loads of snap. The pirouettes, which we've been working really hard in, were controlled and nice around my legs. So I was really happy with her. Just unfortunately really, really expensive in my half past my shoulder in an Amy circle, just due to those little flower pots on the floor. But hey ho, I'm happy with Jill's overall. You know, it was a good learning curve to come away from it. I'm really happy with how I rode it as well, which can sometimes be hard, you know, competing. But I'm really happy with how I rode. And yeah, we've got to make the long drive back to Warwickshire now. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. And if you want to see more competition vlogs, make sure to, you know, say it down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love ya. Bye.